A joke by Giannis.
Why did the football coach went to the bank? You guys know why?
Why?
Why did the football coach go to the back?
Yeah, go to the bank.
Go
Bank.
to the bank. Okay.
To get this quarterback.
It's showtime, baby. Hey, good evening, everybody. Will Doc and Mike on the mic, and my co-host is on his way in. There he is, y'all. Superman. Boy, hold on. Let me do this. One. Uh-huh. Oh Lord. Oh my goodness. Man, how you doing, man? I am doing fine. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let's show over our agenda. Good evening, everybody. What's up, Brendan? Let me go over our agenda real quick. More like Superboy. This is our agenda for tonight. NFL mock draft, trade rumors. Can you believe the Cowboys trying to get rid of Amari? Now, that's a good point. We're going to talk a little bit about March Madness. Birden is going to be here next Friday. We're going to play a couple of videos from him talking about his combines from several years ago. And then the USFL is on the way. Yes, it is. They went through the draft. They've been going through the draft. Yeah. It sure does. Yeah. Right. Who? The Rock. Can you smell what the Rock is cooking? And you know, the Rock has been in the NFL. He understands the psychology of football. Hold on.
He's wild. He's a wild card. Let's
Can
put
you
it that
hear?
way.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I hear you. Do you hear me?
Okay, Brendan, is that better? Brendan, check now. Because Brendan said there was no audio on your end. Check. Let me see.
On my end?
I think we good now. Yeah, he said we good now. Boo! Hey.
Okay.
All right, well, let's jump
Excuse me, Brandon.
Let's jump right back into the mock draft. If you will, Mike, go over our list what we did last week. Go over our list from last week to get everybody caught up with us. And my steal of the entire draft, all 7 rounds, is Malik Willis from Liberty College. Okay, Mike, read the list for us. And again, good evening, everybody. Hey, Mom. Hey, Sis. Hey, Philip. Hey, Brendan. Mike is going to go over our mock draft from teams 1 through 11, and then we're going to pick up at 12.
Well, I thought that your steal of the draft was when you picked left tackle Ikwonu. I have to say it that way.
Well, no.
Because
Remember,
it won't make any sense if you don't Ikwonu. Just saying.
We were talking in pre-production today. You said that you agreed with me, but it's going to take time. Malik is not going to come out the gate swinging for the fence. You said it's going to take time.
I'm gonna just go real quick over the list, and
Okay.
when we get to the Malik pick, you can tell me that. That way we can get through the first 11 picks is what we did.
Okay, let's do it. Okay.
With in the first round, the Jags have the first pick. Okay.
Okay.
And the Jags, you have them taking Thibodeau.
That's right.
I have them taking offensive tackle Evan Neal.
Now, that's a good pick on your part because they say he's the best O-lineman in the entire draft.
He is, and it kind of fits with the let me protect someone that I just spent the number 1 pick on. You know,
Yeah.
I
Keep talking. Let me turn this L on.
in
'Cause it's
theory,
warm.
you would
Yeah.
love to say, "Let me pick up Thibodeau," but
That's
the
right.
facts are that they don't want to be they shouldn't be fancy with this pick. They
That's
should
right.
be safe, and the safe pick is Evan Neal, in my opinion.
That's right.
With the second pick, the Lions come in, and you have them picking Hutchinson.
That's
which,
right.
Believe me, the first pick and the second pick, they both make sense. But you have them picking Hutchinson. I have them picking Thibodeau because a rusher is what they probably want to go with at that point.
Okay, y'all, he is awesome. We reading the list.
At pick 3, the Texans, you have them picking Evan Neal.
Okay.
I have them picking Hutchinson at that point. And that's going to go on to the Jets with the number 4 pick, where you have them picking a wide receiver, Garrett Wilson.
That's right.
And I have them picking Kyle Hamilton, the safety, which mind you, you heard it here first.
Uh-oh.
If you haven't heard it somewhere else. Just saying. But Kyle Hamilton is possibly being looked at to possibly play linebacker, not safety. Right now, the debate is whether they might want him because of his size to bring him down. And you will hear it here first. If he moves to linebacker, problems will be had.
That's good. We going over our mock draft, guys. Getting caught up. We going to pick 11. Keep going, Matt.
So now the Jets come in, and then the Giants. The Giants come in, and I gave them the edge rusher, George Karlaftis. You gave them the apparent steal of the draft. In your words,
okay.
Akeem Ekwan. Put the camera on me for a second.
Come on with it. Come on with it. Come on with it.
This is fun. Ekwan. Did I say it right?
Mike, you are so much fun. Oh my Lord.
Then we go to the Panthers, and they picked up Malik Willis, which is another steal of the draft in the sixth.
Okay.
In the sixth pick.
You think?
And you think?
I'm looking at my list. I got my list.
Andrew Booth, the cornerback.
Andrew Booth.
Now, the Giants at number 7, you give them Jermaine Johnson, which I like a lot.
Okay.
I just didn't think he would go that high, but I like him a lot, though.
Okay.
And I have them picking an offensive guard to protect if they're going to keep. And remember that I mentioned if they decide to keep Daniel Jones. He is not guaranteed to be on their roster. But if they do keep him, they would pick an offensive guard, Kenyon Green. The Falcons at number 8, you have them picking Drake London.
Oh, yeah,
I
man.
love that guy.
Yeah, man.
I have them picking Chris Olave, which now might not even be number 8. He might be a little bit higher.
Hold on. Here we go. Let's watch this. Watch this.
Careful. Didn't he already propose to
his
his?
He's got a child.
Sorry.
He's taking
He's
trouble.
Sorry.
And he's got a little
if you're
baby
watching,
and
go back
engaged
to
to his
bed.
baby's mama.
Chris Olave.
Look how fast that brother is.
2,
Look at that. Look at that. What's your 40 time?
6.
What's your 40 time? Hey,
Okay.
Rosemary. What's your 40 time?
Who, mine?
Yeah. How fast can you run a 40?
Well, right now, probably 22.8. No, too early, too late.
Hey, what you say? I'm gonna give you a head start. Brendan.
You gotta like fall asleep, and
I
once
know.
you fall asleep, when you wake up, I'll probably be halfway.
I know Brendan laughing at us, man. Him and Rosemary. Hey, everybody. Okay, keep going, man. We got to get to the rest of the list. We're going through 12 through 22 tonight, guys.
So then, with the number 9 pick,
okay,
you gave Devin Lloyd.
That's right.
Sensational linebacker.
Right.
Who? But I gave the Broncos Jamison Williams, the wide receiver, who decided not to run in the combine.
That's
so
exactly
we don't know
right.
his 40.
That's exactly right.
I know for a fact
that
he is faster than Olave.
Now, the reason, guys, the reason that is he got hurt in the national championship game, he tore his ACL, and so he's in rehab right now. Hey Shirley Perez, it's good to see all the sisters in the building. But keep going. We got 2 more before we jump into the main list for tonight.
So then we got the Jets, where you gave them cornerback Ahmad Gardner.
Okay.
And I gave them Charles Cross, the offensive tackle, to protect Wilson.
Ooh, I think that's good. I think that's good, man. I think that's
We
good.
stopped at number 11.
Okay.
Where you gave the Washington Commanders. I don't know if we can get in trouble for calling them Redskins still.
Yeah, we might can, but they say they used to be called Redskins.
The artist formerly known as the Redskins. Is that better? Did that itch?
There you go. Come
Let
on.
me scratch it. The artist formerly known as the Redskins.
Come on with it.
Now known as the Commanders, trade their pick
You think so?
to the Cardinals.
Okay, that's right. That's right.
And within the Cardinals, with the 11th pick, select my favorite cornerback, Derek Stingley.
Oh, come on. I got
He's
you on
my
that.
favorite
But
cornerback.
guess what? My pick for number 12. Let me see. My pick
So
at 12.
now we go into the current situation
Okay.
of who's still available.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, we're at number 12,
Yes, sir.
and that's the Minnesota Vikings.
Yes, sir.
I'm thinking their secondary is pitiful. So I believe their first pick is going to be a cornerback from Washington, Trent McDuffie.
Woo-wee.
And he's not 6 feet. He's 5'11", but he has great cover skills. Okay? So I think he's like y'all used to have back in the day. Back in the day, the Washington football team had a little old brother by the name of Darryl Green. And
He's nowhere near as fast, Doc.
I know.
Bless his heart.
I know, but he has great cover skills, so I think he's going to really bolster the secondary for the Vikings. So he's my pick at number 12, Trent McDuffie.
Okay. Well, you picked McDuffie.
Yeah.
And the Vikings have a situation where they are very, very close to possibly even letting go of their starting middle linebacker, who has been a star at that position.
That's exactly right.
Eric Kendricks is their starting middle linebacker.
That's right.
He's their defense when it comes to organizing everybody and putting everybody in the right position.
Right.
So I myself think that this is where Derek Lloyd is going to go.
Okay.
So
He'll have some
I
big shoes
believe
to
that
fill.
Derek Lloyd is going to come into, because I believe they're going to have to let Eric Kendricks go because of cap issues.
Okay.
And Devin Lloyd will step right in, and they won't miss a beat as far as that goes.
Right.
They will be missing a lot of beats on the quarterback position. Excuse me. Because I don't like Cousins.
Okay, so at 13, we got the Cleveland Browns, and look at this brother. You think Olave, Chris was fast. Look at this little brother right
This
here.
is the fastest man in the NFL draft. Tyquan Thornton, wide receiver Baylor, ran a 4.21. If I could make it under 7, I'd be happy.
The Ravens have Hollywood, but I believe here at number 13, the Browns are going to get their version of Hollywood, and they're going to pick Tyquan Thompson. They're going to stretch. Because, like you said, he was off the radar. But with a 4.21 40 speed, I think he's going to jump to the first round with the Cleveland Browns. He said, Dog, where you getting all this from, Dog? Dog, do you even know what you doing, Dog? I think the Browns going to get him.
I got to put some hot wax on me to wake up.
I wrote it down. It's on my list, guys. I wrote it down. Tyquan Thompson.
Okay.
Come on.
You threw me off on that one, but let me get back on the saddle.
Okay, here we go.
Rattle. Well, at this pick, the Browns have been packing up in free agency.
Right.
And they have quite the, on paper, they have a heck of a team.
On paper. I love what you said.
Paper, they have a heck of a team. The problem is that they just cannot get it together. I do not understand why, one reason or another, something doesn't work. And I think that it's hard to give them something because they have a running back. They had a good wide receiver situation.
They did.
But they for whatever reason keep on. They traded OBJ. Then now Landry is possibly, if they don't bring him back, he's possibly going to be gone. So my idea for them is that they're going to take a shot at a wide receiver.
Okay, who you thinking?
My pick for the Cleveland Browns is going to be Treylon Burks, the wide receiver.
Oh, I like that.
From
That's a good pick.
Arkansas.
That's a good pick. Arkansas played well this
He
past
is
season.
a 6'3" beast.
What's his name again? Burke?
Yep, Treylon Burks.
He's good. He gave us fits. He puts me in the mind of Anquan Bolden.
Taller, but yes.
Yeah, he puts me in the mind of
He's physical
Anquan.
for a guy his size because he's not thick. He's a skinny, tall wide receiver, but he is physical. I'm not comparing him, so don't put me in that.
Okay.
Randy Moss he was skinny, tall, and physical.
That's exactly right.
He has that physicality of being a thin wide receiver, but
He's good. He's good.
He's no Randy Moss,
Perfect.
but he just has that same type of fight in him as a wide receiver with his physicality.
I like that. Okay, at number 14, we got the Ravens. I'm going to let you go first.
No, go ahead, Doc. I'm always
Okay.
going to take second fiddle.
Okay. What do you think? Okay, Lamar got hurt. So in my mind, they need to protect their franchise quarterback. Hey, Mama. Hey, Susanna. They need to protect their franchise quarterback, and I think they need an offensive tackle here. I think
Hold
they
on
need.
a second.
Go ahead.
Excuse me for interrupting, but we just picked for the Browns.
The
That
Browns.
was the Ravens.
Yeah, number 14.
Yeah, Ravens.
Yeah, because I said the Lamar got hurt last season, and so I mean he could not finish the season because of that ankle. That ankle just it wouldn't get better for him, and so I know he runs around a lot, but still they need an offensive tackle. If he wants to develop as a drop back passer,
Yes, sir.
they got to protect him. So I think they go with Charles Cross from Mississippi State.
Okay, this
He-
is where he comes in.
He's a 5-star recruit, so I think he's gonna be the first. In my opinion, he'll probably be the first or second offensive tackle off the board.
He is a very good offensive tackle.
And you love the big men, don't you? That's in the trenches.
I love the big man, not in that way, but yeah. Just want to make sure that we make that clear.
We talking about football, man. We love the brothers, man. We love the brothers. We love those big old hogs up front.
I just wanted to make that clear.
So what you got? Who you got going to the Ravens?
To the Ravens are a very athletic team who I think that whichever way they decide to go in this draft, it's almost like it's not a bad pick for them because
Right.
they have a good team. They have cornerbacks, they have safeties, they have linebackers, they have you name it, they have it.
They
The
have.
one part that they like you mentioned that they could use some help in is in the line position.
Right.
They can also use some help at running back. They've
Okay.
been trying to use. If you saw last year, they brought in a few running backs. They
sure
even
did.
brought in.
They
They
sure
even
did.
brought in this guy. I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank right here with Bell. They even
Yeah.
brought in Bell.
Le'Veon, Latavius
Yeah.
Murray.
That didn't work to their liking as well. So running backs are normally seen as the one position that you could pick later on for whatever reason. A good running back is a good running back whether you pick them early or late, in my opinion.
Right.
But I think that Isaiah Spiller from Texas A&M
Oh yeah.
will be going in this. And I picked Spiller over Kenneth Walker, which was where I wanted them to go with. It's going to be a fight. As a matter of fact,
I
I'm going to
agree.
do a flip. it's going to be a fight for them between Kenneth Walker and Spiller, and I'll give them Walker because
Okay.
Walker to me is a little more physical than Spiller.
Okay. I like that.
So Walker has a physicality that they're looking for, and someone that they want somebody to take the fight away from Lamar, so
Right.
that he doesn't have to be running all the time. He
Right.
runs because he needs to whenever the play
Breaks down.
needs it.
Yeah.
But if they are able to run the ball more, it'll put the ball away from Lamar and maybe keep him upwards a little bit more.
I like
So,
that. Okay.
Kenneth Walker to the Ravens at 14.
Okay. Let's see. We got the Eagles at 15.
We
Again,
could pass them. They give up their
yeah, bye. I think they're solid on the offensive side of the ball. I think they need help in their secondary. So this is where I think they're going to go with Amar Gardner, cornerback from Cincinnati. He's 6'2", with great length, and I think in our division, the NFC East, we love to pass the football. So this is gonna the secondary for the Eagles need to be shored up. So I think they're gonna go with that 6'2" brother from Cincinnati, because Cincinnati played well. Cincinnati was undefeated till they got to the playoffs,
Yep, they did.
and
They were.
their team was pretty solid. So I think Amar
They're-
Gardner gonna be good.
Their one mistake in that game, well, not one mistake, but their Achilles heel in that game was the fact that Ritter didn't come through for them.
Very well said. That's exactly right. He did not have
And
his best
I
game.
like the guy, but he didn't come through that game, and I wish for him it would have worked out for that game, because that would have put his name in a higher echelon of the quarterbacks. But yes, I think that the
Come on.
Eagles, Cox is getting older, and he has a high cap for them. So I think that they're going to want to keep that defensive line, which is a good defensive line.
Right.
They're going to want to keep that defensive line going, moving strong. And this pick, I believe they're going to pick DeMarvin Leal, the defensive tackle from Texas A&M.
Okay. I like that because, as they say on the plains, Fletcher Cox getting long in the tooth, ain't it?
Well, the Marvin is a physical defensive tackle who eats up some blocks. So it's going to be tough for teams to want to just keep one person in there, just like Cox. So if they decide that Cox is just not going to keep on coming in, then which he still produces, but he's starting to get injured a little bit. This gentleman is going to come in and hopefully keep that physicality going, where they're going to try to stop the run. They're always one of the top teams in stopping the run,
Right.
And that's big for them. So the Marvin Neal.
Yeah, we're
Leo.
going over the mock draft, everybody. Hey again, Rosemary. We're going over the mock draft, and we're on pick 16 in the first round with the Philadelphia Eagles. And I think the Eagles, they have back-to-back picks, and I think they're going to go on the offensive side. And this is where I think Treylon Burke is going to go, because they got Jalen Reagor. He didn't produce much, but Devontae Smith played. He played extremely well. Devontae played well, but they need a bigger receiver. Devontae is only like maybe 6'1", but he's small. They can pick him up. You know what I'm saying? Jalen is short, but they need a bigger receiver to battle downfield and come across the middle. So I'm thinking they're going to get that big, thick brother out of Arkansas, Treylon Burks.
And Treylon Burks, I already picked him to go somewhere.
That's right.
It would be a nice 1-2 punch to put in there.
It sure would.
Reagor, to me, is more of a slot wide receiver, so it doesn't really matter if he pans out or not. The 1 and 2 wide receiver positions would be solid for them if they decide to go in that route.
That's very good, Mike. So who you got the Eagles picking with their back-to-back pick?
I think that this is where a offensive lineman that you selected earlier.
Okay.
This is where Did I say it right?
Hey,
Or did I
hey,
say it right?
you are so funny. You are so
Akeem
funny.
Ekwonu from North Carolina State will be going to Philadelphia at pick number 16.
That is awesome, buddy.
He's a solid guy. As a matter of fact, he also believes himself that he wouldn't find it he wouldn't see it past him the NFL to have him be called after the number 1 pick to the Jacksonville Jaguars.
That's good.
I myself at that point would say maybe we should put him in the 7th round because he's delusional. You're not a first number 1 pick, buddy.
But I mean, they have that in their mind, don't they? They have that in their mind.
Be confident, not overconfident.
Yeah. You big on that. You're big on that. I'm okay. We're on 17. The Los Angeles Chargers. I think they got to deal with Carr. They got to deal with whoever the Broncos quarterback gonna be. And then they got to deal with Patrick Mahomes. So they need like you said, they need a space heater. They need a good pass rusher. So I'm thinking they're going to go with Jordan Davis, that big old brother, number 99, from that played with Georgia that gave us fits. Yeah, the tackle from Georgia, Jordan Davis. I think he would be a perfect fit in Los Angeles.
He is. That was a fight of mine, whether Leo or Davis will be going in that pick. But I think that they're going to need a defensive lineman.
Okay.
Because they lost some D line, but I'm going to go with Michigan's David Here comes the butchering.
Uh-oh. Don't do it.
Ohabo.
Try it again. Try one more time.
David Ojabo. He's somewhere in it.
You so awesome, Mike. You so awesome, man.
But
He's awesome.
He's a good pass rusher. He's got some speed to him. I think that he will come in and he will give the Chargers, they're never a pretty pick to do anything.
I know,
but they're always there.
I say the same thing. They're just that team. They're just that team.
You know how for example, the maybe the Steelers. It's the Packers are perfect. They go from Favre and then they go into Rodgers.
Right.
And it's like the Chargers go from Rivers, and next thing you know, here comes one of my favorite quarterbacks. I think that he's for the NFL to stay at a happy state at the quarterback position. Herbert is a nice addition, steal of a pick last year. He is going to be amazing.
Right.
So that kind of situation that they've put themselves in is to me, it makes me feel good because I don't hate them like I hate some teams. They don't hurt the Redskins.
Right.
The artist formerly known as the Redskins.
There you go. That'll keep us out of trouble. That'll work.
But they don't hurt them, but they do their thing.
They do their thing.
A good edge rusher would do great for them right now.
That's good. Okay, at 18, the New Orleans Saints, I think, let's say they keep Jameis Winston. They need to give him another weapon. So I think this is where the Alabama receiver, Jameson Williams, is coming off the board at number 18 going to the Saints, which is close to his house. And I think he would be a shot in the arm because they don't really have a deep threat. I mean, Michael Thomas gets open. He's a great route runner, but he doesn't have any speed. So I think
they're having issues with him as well.
I know. So I think he'll be a great fit in New Orleans. So I think Jameson Williams coming off the board at number 18 from Alabama.
Well, I had a hard time with the Saints selection because of the quarterback situation, because of the Michael Thomas situation.
Okay.
Because of just everything they got going on there. They have issues right now. They're a good team They're a nice team to. They're not a hateful team that people just don't like.
Right.
If they were in the playoffs, people would be rooting for them just
That's right.
because they're the Saints. They also have a good name, but I think that if they decide to stick with Winston, which there is talks that they might want to bring him back.
I think that would be a good idea in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't mind it. He's been there. He's familiar, and they're familiar with him, so it wouldn't be a bad idea. I think it was a bad idea to give Hill all that money.
I do too.
For him to not be the starter, but
Right.
if they're going to bring him back,
Right.
if that's going to be the case, then I think they need to bring in an offensive tackle to
Preach, Doc. Preach.
Trevor Penning from Northern Iowa.
That's a
An
good pick.
offensive tackle to come in there and help keep this man on his feet, because we know that he plays as if he has no feet.
Hello. You can't throw that ball on your back.
Oh, he throws it, and he throws it good, but the boy can't move. Oh my God!
Oh, come on and preach. Come on and preach, Doc.
That boy, he moved like he running on his knees. Oh my God!
I know. All right, we at number 19. The Eagles, their third pick in the first round. I think here they're going to stay on the defensive side. They're going to go back to the defensive side of the ball and pick up Jermaine Johnson, defensive end from Florida State, because they missed Brandon Graham last year. And
Hold up there, cowboy. You already picked Jermaine Johnson for somebody else.
No, I didn't, did I? Did I, Jermaine? Hold on. Yes, I did. I put him with the Giants. Okay, so right here, I
Give me
think
1 second as I laugh a little longer.
you're funny. You are funny. Let's see. Defensive.
Okay, I'm back.
You are funny. Jermaine, yeah, he can't be in two places at the same time. And I've already got Malik Willis going to the Panthers. So I think, who you got going at 19?
Well, I hate to pick this for the Eagles.
Uh-oh.
I do not want that man on that team.
Uh-oh. I'm feeling you on that.
You know, I just think that the situation with them is one where I gave them a defensive tackle.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me look in.
They have a defensive tackle, and now they're going to go to the linebacker position.
That's where I'm going.
And they're going to pick up Devin Lloyd from Utah. That dude is something else, and I hate to give it to them, but I think that they're going to pick Devin Lloyd, the linebacker, to stack that defense up. A certain belief, I'm not even going to say my belief, but a certain belief in the sports world is that sometimes it's not strengthen one side of the field. Sometimes it's strengthening it more.
Right.
That works better. So their offense is getting better, but
Right.
they also have money. So if they are able to have a decent free agency period, then they can concentrate a little more on the defense and bring in that linebacker.
Okay.
A D tackle and a linebacker,
Devin Lloyd.
young, to make sure that they stay relevant.
I like
Right
that.
now, they're not relevant to me, at least.
That's very true. And I'll put at 19 that number 41 from Georgia, Nakobe Dean, will be a perfect fit with the Eagles.
Hate both picks because
Yeah.
Nakobe Dean is probably my favorite linebacker.
Why do you like Nakobe?
The dude is something else, man.
He's special,
He
ain't
has a beast. He's a beast. He's fast. The way I think he commanded that the defense against Alabama.
I think so.
It wasn't just that he was commanding the defense, he was running the defense, he was going at the players on defense and waking them up. There was an occasion where their other linebacker, give me a second, I'll tell you in a second.
Tell me in a second.
Channing Tindall, made a play, which it wasn't even that horrible of a play. But the fact that it wasn't that horrible of a play, and that he came and got on his ear, that to me stood out very big, because it tells me that he wants. It's not a half-ass job. It's not a good job. He wants 110% at all times. And I think that he's going to be a very good, reliable linebacker, Pro Bowler. Who knows if he can stay healthy? I don't like speaking.
Man,
about
I'd have loved to pair him with Michael Parsons with the Cowboys. I would love to get Dean to be a Cowboy. Hey, man, okay, we'll keep going. Pittsburgh Steelers, I think they need. I think the Steelers need a quarterback, and I think this is where Desmond Ridder is going to go. I think Desmond Ridder, he would be a good fit with, and he's got a great coach, the great coach for the Steelers, and I think Desmond Ridder would be a great fit for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
If the Pittsburgh Steelers don't get their stuff together.
Let's say we're still doing that mock draft, guys. 2 more picks.
If they don't get themselves together during free agency, and I don't believe they're going to go through trade. If they don't get themselves together through trade, I don't believe they're going to go into the free agency pool for a quarterback.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Because I think that they're giving their in-house quarterbacks a shot at fighting for the position, but they want to bring somebody else to do that with them. But I don't think it's going to be via free agency. If they do happen to do it, it'll be via trade. If they don't get that trade in, I give them Matt Corral.
Oh yes.
Quarterback
out
of Mississippi. Who, if you ask me, would be the guy that I want the artist formerly known as the Redskins to be able to pick, but the facts are that he probably won't be there when they pick at 23.
Matt Corral. That's who. Yeah. Okay. That's good. All right, we're doing 21-22, guys, and then we're going to show a couple of videos from our guest that's going to be coming up next week. All right. So at 21. The Patriots need to protect, their defense is fine. They need to protect their young quarterback, Mac Jones from Alabama. He was a rookie last season. I think they're going to go with Tyler Linderbaum from Iowa for center. I think they got to get an old lineman in the draft.
Well, Doc, we have not, at this point,
come on, talk to me.
Not one pick the same.
What you say?
Not one pick has been the same in any of the picks that we've had up until now.
Wow.
Where I also have them picking Tyler Linderbaum.
Really? Now, what
the
made
center
you
out of Iowa?
What made you say that right here? What was your motivation? Because I'm thinking they got to protect Mac Jones. Mac Jones is a nice quarterback.
The protection factor. I think that one of the things that they have done in the past that you could count on is that O-line.
Okay.
And if they're going to bring in Jones and expect him to keep improving, they're going to want to make sure that he's well protected.
That's good.
Protect your pick and make sure that you take steps forward, not back.
But okay, last pick for tonight, the Las Vegas Raiders.
I have a surprise for you, Doc.
Listen, Las Vegas Raiders, they need a quarterback because they're still kind of iffy on Carr, and I think that's where Matt Corral is going to go. He's going to the Raiders.
To the Raiders?
He's going to the Vegas Raiders.
But they have a quarterback in Carr.
Well, he's up and down, though. He
took him to the playoffs. But it's your pick.
But still, they are not really sold on David Carr. That's all they had last year. They didn't have anybody else, and they talk all the time about getting another quarterback. They always talking about it. You know, I think Matt Corral will be a sexy pick for the Raiders. What you got?
That would be a sexy pick because he is my number one choice as a quarterback. I myself think they're going to re-sign Carr.
Okay.
So being that I think that they're going to re-sign Carr, I'm going to give them Jordan Davis, the defensive tackle from Georgia.
Oh, I got you, Jordan. That's where he goes. Okay.
And as a bonus,
Okay, come on, talk to me.
as a bonus to you,
Okay.
my friend, and to everyone else at home, we're gonna do one more pick.
Okay, let's see one more pick. Hold on. Let me pull up. We're going 22. We had 23 with the Arizona Cardinals.
Yes, sir.
I think they're going to go with, again, they need to protect, if he remains, they need to protect little Kyler Murray because the Rams ate them up in the divisional round game. They ate them up. And so I think they're going to go with Kenyon Green from Texas A&M.
Kenyon Green. That's a good choice. I had him picked already, but good choice.
Okay.
He's a good O lineman
Okay.
to bring in. Unfortunately, this is where I made a trade earlier at number 11.
Oh, that's right. That's exactly right.
And the reason why there's a bonus pick is because I just couldn't help myself.
And we'll finish the remaining 9 next week, guys. But go ahead. Who's your pick?
I
Who's your pick?
believe that at
Come on,
this
say it.
point,
Say it.
if we didn't trade for a quarterback, and the only way that we'll trade for a quarterback is if it's a top tier Rodgers, Wilson type quarterback. If we don't trade for a quarterback, we're definitely picking someone that is just going to be a stopgap quarterback.
Oh, wow.
Like a Mariota or the Bills. What's his name from the Bills?
Josh Allen.
No, their backup.
Who's the back? Hold on.
He was with the Bears.
Oh yeah. They wanted to get rid of him. Looking
I'm
right
sorry,
at him.
Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz. Yeah.
Carson Wentz. He's with the Colts.
Hold on.
I would say that they might be willing to do a Carson Wentz situation
Okay.
with us, or bring in a Mariota type quarterback.
Right.
That would be an ideal position. Will they do that? I don't know.
So would you
But
guys?
This pick, if they go in that route where
Okay.
they don't find a top tier via trade, I believe that the number 1 quarterback in the draft is Corral. The number 2 quarterback is Pickett. The number 3 is Howell.
Okay.
And number 4 to me is Willis.
Nice.
Okay?
Nice.
That's to me.
That's
But
to
even
you.
though the only quarterback in my list that has been picked is Corral,
Okay.
I'm not going to give them my number 2 pick, which is Pickett.
I like that. But I'm thinking the Washington Commanders going to pick up Pickett. All right, guys, we're going to show you some.
I am thinking that
What you thinking?
their pick is going to be Howell from North Carolina.
Oh, wow. You think so?
I believe so because the guy not only does he have right now the strongest arm in college football. They also have in the combine. They have a new drill. I don't know how new it is, but they have a drill where they have quarterbacks throwing to see what kind of speed they have.
That's exactly
and
right.
Howell was the fastest,
Really?
but he's also mobile. And that's
I like how
something
you
that they
talk.
really
I
want out
love
of a
how you
quarterback.
talk. I love how you talk. He's mobile.
He's very mobile, and it's the type of quarterback that fits their play.
Right.
And the best pick in this draft, the Washington Commanders select Sam Howell.
That is
Redskins-
nice.
excuse me, the artist formerly known as the Redskins Nation. Stand up.
All right, we're going to play some of these J.J. Birden combine videos. It'll be about 4 minutes, guys.
NFL Combine story. You guys ready? This might be 3 or 4 videos. And I don't want to, I'm trying to make these short. I want to get all the good stuff in. You'll find this interesting. But as I mentioned yesterday, got invited to the Combine. I did not know what it was. Track was the focus. I had won Pac-10s the year before in a long jump. I was an All-American my junior year. So I'm thinking Pac-10s, Nationals, Olympic trials. So, but football, I was curious to know, can I really play in the NFL if that was an option? And so preparation for the combine was different back then than it is today. We didn't have specialized training. There was no special facilities you flew out to. No. So I just continued to train like a track athlete. And the week before the combine, my agent, Frank Bauer, somehow got a VHS tape of Lou Barnes. Lou Barnes was a wide receiver I backed up at Oregon for 2 years. He had a great college career. Got drafted by the Browns in the 5th round. So I had this little VHS tape of Lou doing the drills at the combine. So last week, I just started doing the drills, and that was really my preparation. So I go out to Indianapolis, and I don't know anybody, but when I get there, there's 330 college players there. There's about 36 to 40 wide receivers, and I'm still thinking like, dang, I'm here with all these top wide receivers. My roommate was Brian Blades. He kind of knew everybody, so I just followed Brian around. And the first day we walk into this auditorium, everybody's in there, and all the wide receivers are in one section. I sit down at this table with Brian, and there's Aaron Cox, there's Tim Brown, Sterling Sharp, and there's another wide receiver too. And we're having this discussion on who's running the 40. And everybody's kind of going around, and Aaron's like, I'm running the 40, and then Brian's like, I'm running the 40, and they look at me like, I have to run the 40, and Tim's like, I don't know if I'm running the 40, man. Everybody, I win the Heisman, everybody talking about I don't have any speed. And Sterling's like, I'm not running the 40. I don't need to run the 40. So he doesn't run it. Everybody else runs it. Tim Brown runs it, and he runs a 4.36. And we were like, dang, I didn't know Tim was that fast. Tim had the fastest 40 of the wide receivers at the combine. So once we got through all that, the testing and the examination started. And this is where it gets even more interesting. All right, let's continue with NFL Combine. I'm sharing with you my experience of the 1988 NFL Combine. So now it's time for exams and testing. And first, it's getting your measurements. And you walk into this room, and there's a stage there. You get on top of the stage. They got me at 5'9 3/4, 157 pounds. Which, by the way, I weighed 157 pounds the first 7 years of my NFL career. Now, while you're doing all this, the scouts and coaches are in the audience, so they're watching. And you've got gym shorts on, no shirt, no shoes or socks. And you're literally just like standing there, and they're just scrutinizing your body, taking notes, writing down this, that, and the other. Turn left, turn right. I mean, you just felt kind of odd, if you know what I mean. And from there, you had to go see the doctors. And this was interesting because you lay down on the table, and there was about 4 or 5 doctors walking around the table, looking at your body, pulling it here, moving it there, and they all have micro cassettes, recording cassettes, and they're talking into the cassettes, saying things about your body. I mean, it was just the oddest scene as these doctors are blah, 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 blah. And then one doctor grabs my ankle because I twisted my ankle my senior year, and he goes, how does this feel? And he pulls it. I'm like, it's fine. How does this feel? I said, it's fine, but he was really testing to make sure my ankle was fully healed. And then from there, it was the Wonderlic test, and you probably know what that is. And the whole time I'm taking that test, I'm like, this is such a waste of my time. Why am I taking this test? What does this truly have to do with football? I was a good student at Oregon. I got good grades. I graduated. I got my degree. But the whole time I'm like, this is a waste of my time. And I don't even know how I did. They don't even tell you. They only seem to reveal the quarterback score. And then they had us do this leg strength test where you're doing leg curls and leg press and leg extensions. Where I'm like, we're running a 40. Don't you want to keep our legs fresh? And so I didn't understand that at all, but we still had to do it. And then from there, 225 pounds. How many times can you lift it? I had done either 5 or 6 going in the combine. The combine, a little fired up, so I got 7, which I thought was pretty good, weighing 157 pounds. And then the vertical broad jump, I crushed it. I think I was number 1 or number 2 in those for the receivers. Agility drills did fine. And then it was time to do the 40. And I know some of you guys have asked me about the 40, so I'm going to let the 40 have its own video.
All right. Listen, we back, everybody. Listen, real quickly, we're going to wrap up the show. agenda. We're going to look at March Madness. We talked a little bit about trade rumors, and the USFL is on the way. And my hometown, Birmingham, is going to have a USFL team. Okay, Mike, real quickly, and we got to go over March Madness next week. We got to go through all the brackets and make our picks, and we'll do that live. Who you picking right out of the gate? The top 4. Let me see. The top 4. Let me show the agenda. Number 3, here's a quick video about March Madness. The top 4 teams are Duke, Baylor, Gonzaga, and that 4th team. I got to make that thing bigger so I can see it. And Arizona. So the top 4 teams are Duke, Baylor, Gonzaga, and Arizona. How often do the top 4 teams, the top seeds, make it to the Final Four? It's rarer than you think.
It's very rare that ends up being how it goes. It's a fight where the teams that don't normally get the light that some of these teams get, they get to come in and they fight to prove that they may not be as popular, but they're going to embarrass whoever.
Okay, so next week, guys, we're going to go through our bracket. Mike and I will go through and set up our bracket. We're going to look at the final 9 picks in the first round, and Mike and I are going to build our bracket next week. I am so excited.
March Madness is here, y'all.
March Madness, baby. March Madness. So, okay, let's just say I'm giving you $1,000, and you can just put it on one of the teams. Who would be your dark horse in the team of 64? In the field of 64, we're gonna end on this note. Who would you put that $1,000 on?
If you give me $1,000, I'm gonna put it in my bank account. Bang, bang.
My dark
Just
horse.
saying.
Who's your dark horse for March Madness?
I don't have a dark horse to report at this time, but I will tell you this.
Okay.
I do have a dark horse for a following show. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
See us next week.
Oh, okay, I'm going to give y'all a tease then. He's going to give you a cliffhanger. Watch out for those Wildcats. Watch out for them Kentucky Wildcats. They're not top seed, a top 1 seed, but watch out for those Wildcats, and that's all I'm going to say. And Michael, can I tell you again, I love you, buddy.
I love you too, Doc.
You're a good
In
friend.
a complete friendly way. Because we know how Brendan thinks.
Oh man, you already know. Brendan has already said something.
I have to make sure that I say that so that Brendan doesn't.
He's already said something. So, ladies, Rosemary, Denise, hey Dee Dee, Brendan, Susanna, Mama, everybody, thank you for being here. Philip, Brendan, love y'all. We'll be back next week. This was a good show, and I made sure the title was right, Mike.
Hey, Brandon. Oops.
Brendan, he's so silly. But anyway, y'all be good, be careful. I'm Doc, and he's
Mike
on the mic. And we'll see y'all next week. Love y'all.
Appreciate it.